morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today I'm extremely excited, because Destined Rivals is here. Shout out to the lovely folks at the Pokémon Company who sent me this box. I'm pretty sure it was them. Didn't actually have a note attached, but I'm pretty sure it was them. We'll find out later, but shout out to Pokemon, of course, for sending me this box so I can open some of this, share it with you guys nice and early. I am very, very excited about this set. There's actually 2 cards in this set that I am over the top excited about. That is Misty Psyduck with a lovely Okacheke artwork, and the special illustration rare Team Rocket's Moltres with the lovely Akira Egawa artwork. So shout out to Pokemon, ad sponsored, all that usual kind of good stuff. You know the deal. They sent me the box, and I am frankly incredibly grateful. And honestly, there's probably a bunch of other cards which I've completely forgotten about in here that we'll need to have a chat about as we go along as well. For now, we can start opening and cross our fingers and we get a bunch of cool stuff, because I would like a bunch of cool stuff. Let's face it. There's a whole box here. There's going to be some cool stuff. So we got ourselves a Squawkabilly, Cynthia's Roselia. Do remember this is, of course, one of the trainer sets. So there's a whole bunch of trainers Pokemon in here. We got Mankey. We start with an illustration rare Clamperl and a Zamazenta. And it's weird because on the one hand, yay, illustration rare Clamperl. On the other hand, there's 3 illustration rares per box. And that is not a Misty Psyduck. Seriously, I've said it before in a few different places. I mean it very sincerely. I think Misty Psyduck might genuinely be my favourite looking Pokemon card ever. Like to the point where if I don't pull it from a pack, I will have to go and just pick it up as a single. I love it that much. The lovely Melakart Electivire, I love that one. There's your Arven's Home School, Team Rocket's Archer. We got an Ogerpon, we got an Arbok, we got a Swellow. And Cynthia's Roserade lets your Cynthia's Pokemon do an extra 30 damage. This is pretty cool. Keep an eye out, by the way. I've run the numbers on this, and I'm like 99.9% sure that really good Psyduck is not in the set. I'm pretty sure we're not getting that till at least the next set. So it's a common card, which should be a common card anyway. If it's in the set, we should pull one. But I'm 99.9% sure it's not in the set. Okay, Team Rocket's Proton, Steven's Metang, we got Probopass, MC's Hype, Ethan's Typhlosion. And one of the cool things about this set, right? There's so many trainers Pokemon in here. And of all the trainers Pokemon in the set, probably the 2 best in terms of competitive play, at least in Japan to date, are actually Ethan's Typhlosion and Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Hey, Team Rocket's Porygon, this is a card that I revealed. I revealed the whole Porygon line. I was delighted. Because, you know, Pokemon know what my favourite Pokemon are, because I'm a Pokemon partner, as I've told you guys before. Pokemon know that Porygon is one of my favourites. So, there's Porygon to reveal. They let me do the honours. And there's a Crustle. I have very little to say about the Crustle. To be fair, it does actually prevent attacks from EXs, which is not too shabby. Okay. I do a thing when I do an opening. I always try and get... I don't know what I'm going to ever do with them. Hey, it's not one of the ones I revealed. But I've got a box in my studio where I've got one good quality opened booster pack of like every pack I've ever opened. So every time I open a box like this, I have to get one of all 4 of the pack designs, open it very carefully to add it to that box. What do we got? Team Rocket's Persian EX. It's a cool card. Team Rocket's Persian, it's got that really fun attack, whereby you look at the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck, and you get to copy any attack you find there. And it's a weird one, because you can get a ridiculous attack for 2 energy on a stage 1 Pokemon, but your opponent can also just take all the good cards out of their deck, and then there's nothing good to copy, and then you feel a little bit sad. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Arven's Greedent. Now, it's weird, because I really want to pull the Team Rocket's Moltres here. And I know the Team Rocket's Moltres is not as big as like the Symphia's Garchomp or the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. The Garchomp, to be fair, I would love. The Mewtwo, I'm not so high on as most people. But I want that Moltres. So, oh. There's some texture on that cardlet. I don't know what it is, but there is some texture on this card I just got a little bit of a look at. So that's the one I want most. But then again, Pokemon did send me a box of Journey Together, and from there, I did actually pull the Iono's Bellibolt, which was a heck of a box. What do we get? Oh, Full Art Yanmega. Okay, not too bad. We do expect to get like a couple of Full Arts per box. So, yeah, we get ourselves the Yanmega. The Yanmega's cool. It's actually a decently playable card. I've done videos about some decks, and basically, when you move it into the active, it searches and attaches to itself from the deck. And then, it's from the deck, isn't it? Yeah, from the deck. And then the attack moves energy from itself to your bench Pokemon. So essentially what you do is you get the energy on using the ability when it moves into the active. And then you attack and move the energy to your bench Pokemon. And it's kind of like, it's 2-turn energy acceleration. But you get a hit for 210 in the meantime. Which is not too bad. Okay. Where are we going with this? We pulled a Full Art. It was very cool. We pulled one of our free illustration rares. And, oh, there's Team Rocket's Zapdos. It's weird seeing Team Rocket's Moltres getting the EX. When, you know, if you've been playing the game for a while, Team Rocket's Zapdos at this point, that's an iconic pairing. Team Rocket and Zapdos, very iconic pairing in the pantheon of the Pokemon trading card game. We'll have to wait and see. Did I use all my luck on my Journey Together box when I got the Iono's Bellibolt? Again, we'll have to wait and see. At some point, I am definitely... What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Team Rocket's Nidoking. At some point, I'm going to have to pick up that... I'm going to have to trade for that Moltres. It's going to have to happen. I love the card too much. Same thing with the Psyduck. But I'm hoping, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that we can pick them up in this box and it all becomes a moot point. They are my 2 cards. And there may well be some others that I've forgotten about, but... Oh, Misty's Magikarp. Right now, top of my head, they are the 2 cards in this set where I'm just like, oh my word. Hey, Team Rocket's Porygon 2 and Team Rocket's Spidops. I have this thing, right? I don't think I'm particularly unique in this. But I have a little collection going of all the cards I've revealed. The thing is, the cards I've revealed exist as both regular and Rev Holo. So I really do need to get the regular and the Rev Holo of the entire Porygon line from this set. At some point in the near future, I actually need to go and do a little bit of stock taking, because not every set, but most sets from the Scarlet and Violet era, I have been lucky enough to get some card reveals. So I do need to do a bit of a stock take and see what I've actually got and what I need to go and search for. And there's an Ethan's Macargo. So far we've hit a couple of EXs. And we've hit ourselves a Full Art. And we've hit ourselves one of our free illustration rares. I say 1 of 3 like it's guaranteed. I don't believe it's actually guaranteed like that. But every box I've opened and every box I've seen opened of every Scarlet and Violet set had free illustration rares. I'm sure there's the odd exception here or there. Oh, there's an illustration rare, and it's beautiful Shaman, but it's not Psyduck. Oh no. We need Psyduck, ladies and gentlemen. We need Psyduck. Meowth is another big one in the set, as is Ethan's Typhlosion. Don't care too much about them. But and the Lapras is beautiful. Misty, best Gen 1 trainer. Don't at me. But I want that Psyduck, ladies and gentlemen. I want that Psyduck. Oh, and then we get ourselves a Pupitar, a new Judge, and then your Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, which is going to be your pre-release promo. Not pre-release promo. I don't mean pre-release promo. I mean Elite Trainer Box promo. There we go. The illustration rare has been put into the Elite Trainer Box. Right. We have got 4 packs remaining, and then we are halfway through the box. Oh, there's something in here at least. There's a different... It's probably an EX, I imagine. But there's something, and it is... Oh, Team Rocket's Moltres. Not the actual print of Team Rocket's Moltres I covet. However, it is Team Rocket's Moltres, and Team Rocket's Moltres is very, very cool. I've done that annoying thing that I do sometimes where I forgot. I've got so many sleeves lying around in my... As you might imagine from what I do, I have so many sleeves lying around in my house. But all I've actually got next to me right now are a few penny sleeves and some Japanese card size sleeves, not Pokemon size sleeves. Which is a little bit annoying because basically I got too excited about doing this opening. So I'm having to lay the cards out very, very carefully and save my sleeve for the most important cards. There's your Ogerpon, there's your Wash Rotom, and there is your Blaziken. Right, 2 packs until we are halfway through. In terms of Rev Hollows, we're obviously looking for any Okacheke, Hogonosuke, Kato, the usual culprits. And like I say, the Porygon line. We got the Porygon 2. Don't sleep on Ethan's Pichu. 0 energy, and it takes out a Badoo while drawing a card. Don't sleep on Ethan's Pichu as being like a legit good card. Right, there's your Dwebble, there's your Petrel, and there's your Misty's Gyarados. Team Rocket's Proton, I'll show you when we get there in a minute. I must pull one in a minute. But Team Rocket's Proton's one of those cards where I do all the translations myself now. So when the card was originally revealed in Japanese, they're all revealed in Japanese, the vast majority anyway. When it was revealed in Japanese, I read it, and I translated it myself, as I tend to do. And then I went, hang on a second, that seems a bit too good. So I had to do a good old check. There's Team Rocket's Tyranitar. That is one of your pre-release promos, incidentally. Right, we are halfway through the box. We have done the first half of the box. We've got ourselves 3 regular EXs, 2 illustration rares, and a full art. We should still have another illustration rare, and we're hoping for another hit or two. Something a bit bigger than full art Yanmega would be the dream. Team Rocket's Ariana, that's your draw engine for Team Rocket decks. Oh, there's Ethan Slugma, there's another Ariana, and there's your foil Zamazenta. No Porygon Z yet, I don't believe. I don't believe we've hit a single Porygon Z. Could be wrong, but I don't believe we've actually hit a single one yet. Hopefully we'll get one in a minute. Hopefully we'll get some Rev Hollows. Team Rocket's Ratsa, although I will say, now that there's 2 Rev Hollows per pack, they changed that a little while ago. Now that we get 2 Rev Hollows per pack, it has actually made it a lot easier to collect the Rev Hollows, which makes me, personally, very, very happy. Okay. Still plenty of packs to go, ladies and gentlemen. Still plenty of packs to go. And if anyone out there's wondering, yes, I really do realise how lucky I am that Pokemon send me early boxes sometimes to go and have a look at. Because the thing to remember is, right, oh, there's the first Team Rocket's energy. Double energy when attached to a Rocket's Pokemon, but only Psychic or Darkness. Oh, there's Porygon Z. There we go. We got at least one now. There's your Fomantis, Team Rocket's Flaffy, and a Hydrapple. Because, you know, when I cover these cards, like, I cover the set when it's revealed in Japanese. And then all through the reveal cycle. And then all through the release in Japan, the reveal in the West, the reveal cycle in the West. I'm lucky enough that sometimes I get my own card reveals in English, like the Porygon line this time around. So, by the time the set actually releases, I have made a Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Real poster child of the set. So by the time the set actually releases, I've just made dozens and dozens of videos about Destined Rivals and the Japanese equivalent sets, Hot Air Arena and Glory of Team Rocket, plus the Marnie and Steven decks. Don't forget the Marnie and Steven decks are in here as well. So, getting to actually crack open a box of the set, it's kind of a big deal for me, with everything I've done in the run-up to the release of the set. There's your Misty's Gyarados. I kind of like Misty's Gyarados. Discard 7 cards from the top of your deck. Deal 70 damage for each Misty card, or it's Misty's Pokemon you discarded. Not too shabby. And then, of course, Psyduck. You can basically stack it on top of your deck using its ability so that you can guarantee some hits. So we've currently hit 4 EXs, 2 illustration rares. We got ourselves a full art. My last box, we had so many good illustration rare. Oh, there's a Typhlosion. Rev Hollows, I should say, the kind of ones I was after. And we hit the Iono's Bellabolt. Last box was a very, very good box. This box so far, well, we're not at the end of the box yet. Let's save our judgment for when we get to the end of the box, shall we? Because right now, it's not great, I'll be honest with you. Although, again, any time you get to crack open a box of a set you've been talking about for months and months and months, that makes me very, very happy. Rev Hollow Misty Starmie. Fun fact, and I've told you this fun fact on this channel like a bazillion times at this point, but Starmie in French is Staros, which is fun because I don't know how many of you have listened to the French poker rap. I have. And the French poker rap, it doesn't really work brilliantly because it's got the same Pokemon in the same order, but the French names, which don't fit as neatly in French as they do in English because it was written for their English names. Ah, that's our last illustration rare, probably. And it's Team Rocket's Murkrow, and it's a stunning card. I love Komiyama's artwork. But that probably confirms no Psyduck for Wossie. That probably then is a confirmation that Misty Psyduck is not happening in this box. And I still don't have a pre-order in for the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. I never got my pre-order in. I was on a train when they went up for pre-order. It was inconvenient. Ironically, I was on a train home from Stockholm Regionals where I was casting. So I missed the pre-order window for the Pokemon set because I was on the way home from officially casting a Pokemon tournament. The irony, ladies and gentlemen, is not lost on me. Never mind. For the time being, looks like there's an EX in this pack. Which one we gonna get? Hey, Misty's Grimmsnarl. Like I've said, the Misty's Grimmsnarl and Steven's Metagross stuff is in this set. But it's also in the Rivals deck. So the way it works is, when you buy the Rival decks, they do each have an exclusive illustration rare. The Marnie's Morpeko is exclusive, and the Steven's Beldum is exclusive. Oh, it's got texture. Something's in here. So the Steven's Beldum and the Marnie's Morpeko are exclusive to the set, to the decks. But all the other Marnie and Steven decks are actually, it's full art. Arven's Mabastiff. You do tend to get a couple of full arts per box. Okay. It's not the one I coveted, I'll be honest with you. But come on, who didn't play Scarlet and Violet and get a little bit sad when that whole Arven story was unfolding? That was a sad story, dudes. That was a sad story. Yeah, but then all the other Misty and Steven cards, they're all in the set and in the Rivals deck. So Misty's Grimmsnarl and Steven's Metagross, they are very available. There's your Nosepass, there's your Fortress, and there is another Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. So we have a couple of full arts, nothing better than that yet. The illustration rares have come out, and it did include the Murkrow, which is one of my favourites. It's wonderful, but we didn't hit the Psyduck. And so far, we've got a couple of full arts. Nothing better than that yet. But remember when I was doing my Journey Together box? Oh, here's Team Rocket's Proton. Search for free basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. If you go first, you can use it during your first turn. Absurdly good card. Absolutely absurdly good card. So yeah, in my Journey Together box, how many packs? We got 6 packs remaining. We were rolling with a meh kind of box, and then we hit the Iono's Bellibolt at the end, and I was like, oh, okay, now we roll him. So, can we hit a particularly good hit to do a similar thing with this box here? We've got Granite Cave, we've got Team Rocket's Ampharos, Team Rocket's Great Ball, there's your Morgrem, there's your Skarmory, and a Team Rocket Sneasel. Not too bad. It essentially, I think, trebles, doesn't it? Basically trebles the damage on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. But it's a basic Pokemon that can attack for just a Rocket's energy. And anytime you've got a basic Pokemon that can attack for a single energy attachment, you need to start taking that just that little bit more seriously because there's a bit more going on. There's your Misty Staros, there's your Rapidash, Ponyta, and Rattata. Oh, Rabscurry X. Now, I kind of assumed this one was going to be in the set. I made a whole video about it. I predicted the EXs that were going to be in this set. And I basically told you that looking at the press release, and everything else, we knew there was essentially one missing EX. We knew that it wasn't a Trainer's EX, it couldn't be a Trainer's EX from the numbers we were given in the press release, and I told you that the only real option was Ravska EX. That was a gym promo over in Japan, but I told you guys that Ravska kind of had to be in the set, because looking at the number of EXs and everything that had been revealed, it's the only thing that made any sense. And now we have that confirmation. There's Rev Follow Ethan's Pichu. There's your Articuno. We are down to 3 packs remaining so far. This is a very average box. I do love the Reverse Solid Porygon 2. We got a couple of full arts, but they're not, you know, Cynthia's Garchomp would be a full art I would love to be picking up. These are not necessarily the ones that I would have picked, but that's all right. We're not there yet, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got time. Also, fun fact, because Misty's Grimmsnarl and Steven's Metagross, they were in decks in Japan, and the Ravska is a gym promo, 2 packs remaining. There's no other version of those cards. So the Ravska, the Grimmsnarl, and the Metagross, they only exist as regular EXs because they never had another version released over in Japan. So whereas, you know, things like Arva's Mabastiff, it doesn't, well, actually there is a special illustration rare, but there's no gold, but you also got the full art. No other version of the others. Sacred Ash. Nice. There's Annihilate. Okay. Last pack, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 full arts so far, Mabastiff and Yamega. Could we have some last pack magic? Or did we use our luck on Journey together? And if that is the case, there will be no complaining. Because let's face it, Pokemon sent me a box and I got to open it early. That alone is pretty gosh darned exciting. We got Team Rocket's Golbat, we got Pineco, we got Misty Psyduck. Well, we did get at least Cynthia's Garchomp. It's not quite the last pack magic I had in mind, but it is still extremely cool. So, let's be very careful with these while I go down and get some sleeves in a moment. We end up with 7 EXs, including the Mewtwo and the Garchomp. And then we got ourselves a couple of full arts, and then the 3 illustration rares. I think the, the highlight of which is your Team Rocket's Murkrow. And I know for most people, the Rev Follow Porygon 2 probably isn't the kind of pull you would pop on your mat to show off at the end of the video, but for me, oh, this is the kind of pull I put on my mat. Look, I even wore a Psyduck t-shirt in this video to try and summon Misty Psyduck in this box. And we got the Rev Hollow, which is cool. But I literally wore a Psyduck t-shirt. I'm a bit warm, so I'm not wearing it. But my hoodie, for if I got cold, is a Psyduck hoodie. And when I wore my kids to school this morning, I wore my Psyduck hat. I could not have been any more pro Psyduck today. Basically, I tried as hard as I could. Never mind. For now, I want to know what you think about Destined Rivals. I want to know what your chase cards are. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Oh, and one more shout out to Pokemon for sending the box. That was very cool of them. I do know how lucky I am. And I assure you all, I am extremely grateful. I do not take this for granted. So shout out to Pokemon for sending the box. So yeah, look out for till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Bye.